everybody, Scuff D here, and I just woke up, and it's Ultramarines time at Kolth. We've got the event just kicking into gear, and let's do some Ultramarines crate opening. Huh? So, again, you know the deal. Here's how I do it. I go until I get a legendary, and then I stop. This is the first time view. I haven't even looked at all the cards yet. I've seen the spoilers that they've had, but that's not, I think that's like only half the faction cards. So, we're just going to go, take a look, see what the first legendary is. Hope I get a Warlord. If I don't, it's okie day, because Anadil is in the shop, so I'll pick him up for sure. But I'd like to get a Warlord. I'd like to get a Primarch. Don't we all? Wouldn't we all like to get a Primarch, right? We'll see what we get. You've seen this in the preview. That's a good card. Relentless Pursuit. Give a friendly troop backlash. Return to your hand. Interesting. Okay. You could use that when you're attacking with the troop that's going to die on your turn. For 5 energy, you could drop goldstones, play this, get your goldstones back. Okay, interesting. Invictus Terminators, Courage, deal 2 damage to all enemies. That's pretty decent. For 8 and decent stats, it's pretty decent. Ancient Krato, frontline. Okay, beefy frontline, 6 health. A little bit opposite normally than what we've seen. Saw that in the preview. I love the artwork on these cards, by the way. Ooh. Courage, give -2 to all enemies, which will include their Warlord, until your next turn. That seems like a decent epic. Even though it's a 7 cost, that's pretty solid. And that makes it harder for them to kill him, unless they've got like a faster flank in hand, or a tactic. Okay. Miatis Cruiser, deal 5 damage. If target is a troop, jam it first. That's a sweet tactic. That's a sweet tactic. That's going to be a 2 of in Dex. First off, 5 damage is nothing to scoff at for 5. 5 for 5, right? In the pipe, 5 for 5. But then the fact that you're jamming the troop first, so if it's got shield, survivor, or anything, that goes away first, and then you deal damage. So those guys in the thing. There's another Relentless Pursuit. Okay. Retribution Strike. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. If it dies, draw a card, and it's a practical. Okay. Alright. Deal 1 damage. Oh, we've seen these guys in the previous opening salvo. Yep. They've got a lot of tactics, by the way. But because of the versatility of the tactics, it's really, I mean, the decks can be frontline and courage gain +1/+1. Okay, so they could come out as a 5/6 frontline immediately. You know, that makes them immune to Melgator. Okay, all right. Those are a good replacement option for Skitarii Protector. Skitarii Protector is a very good frontline for 5. Those guys, if you've got other anti-stealth in your deck, those guys make a better choice. There we got Theo, so I don't need to worry about spending gems, which is too bad because I've got lots of gems to spend, but that's a Warlord, so alright, I can toy with the Ultramarine card pool. That'll be nice. And of course I'm going to be playing the event, so that'll be good too. No fear. It was about time that this card became a tactic. I was wondering if it was going to be an Ultramarines or if it was going to be an Imperial Fist. I like the image here. that's a really cool picture. Give Survivor 1 to a friendly Astartes. Courage, also give it +2/+2. That is pretty tasty. That's a pretty nice pump. A nice way to hold out, especially if you're dropping it on a frontline troop. Well, there's an epic, but it's not an Ultramarines epic. There's an Ultramarines epic. Courage deals 6 damage to a random enemy, and for 2 you're dealing 8 damage. Okay. Huh. Not bad. Not bad. It's a 9 drop, but it's a pretty powerful coming in effect. That 6 damage could be enough to take out whatever troop that they've got over you. And here's your classic Devastator, heavy support. Heal 4 damage to an enemy and 2 damage to adjacent units. Okay. Some good splash damage. Tech Marine. Finally, we're starting to see a Tech Marine. We haven't seen enough Tech Marines in this game. Deal 4 damage to an enemy vehicle, or give +1/+1 to friendly vehicle. Interesting. So he's got, first of all, he can deal damage to vehicles, or he can pump vehicles. He's got low stats, but he's going to come out early enough, and if you've got him behind a front line, that's options. Plus, this guy here can be generated by a couple options in the Ultramarine pool that generate cards. Deal 2 damage to him. Yep, I like that. We saw that in the previews, in the spoilers, I should say. Those guys are a decent flanker, flanking option. If you want Logos Lectora, give +1/+1 to your troops. If you control new troops, draw an Astartes from your deck and reduce its cost by 2. Ooh. This comes as a very flexible option to abandoned supplies. Rather than abandoned supplies for 2, you have this as 3, have a lot more troops in your deck. You're guaranteed to get one and drop its cost by 2. Or you're just giving a buff to troops late in the game. I like this. This is cool. That's cool. All right, we're seeing some epics. I've seen more epics for Ultramarines so far in these crate openings than I saw for any word bearers in my word bearers crate openings, as well as my word bearer event crates. So that's promising. I don't like going through the gold, but that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's what the gold's for. I mean, really. If I'm not spending it on crates, then what am I doing with it, Saw those guys in the spoiler. Somebody made the comment, there's a couple old school, images. Scipio bikes. Add a copy of this card to your hand. So these guys are a cheaper version of Kosa's squad, and they're vehicle 3/3. You can just constantly spam these bikes down. Okay. Another one of these guys. I like those guys. Those are not a bad option for 5. Kletos Command create a random theoretical in your hand. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is a cool theoretical. Another warlord, but it's not an Ultramarines warlord. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to take a look and see after this who the epic warlord is. And we'll take a look at Guilliman's ability, because really, first look, wake up, another epic. Nice. Now this is niche. This is, I think, it has event written all over it. We may see a change in this, but this is really a souped up version of Frontal Assault from the Sons of Horus. You've got to be in a position to have the deck to make that work. And here's a Whirlwind. Oh, yeah. Deal 3 damage to 3 random enemies. Okay, alright. Not too shabby, and it's got 6 health, so it can withstand a crack grenade. That was a big fat 10 cost. They always like to do that. Still as veterans. Battle honor. Create a random practical in your hand. Okay. and enough high health to make that battle honor happen at least once. Okay, how many we got so far here? We've gone 20, so we're at the 20 mark. So at this point, we should be at the threshold within the next 10 crates. I mean, we've hit that point. We're going high, but that's sometimes you go high, sometimes you go low. You know, sometimes you meet in the middle. I can't complain about the epic rate though. That's nice to see some epics. I'm missing like half the epics for the word bearers, and Ashen Circle being one of them, which is kind of a very nice high importance epic. Valeria Squad. Okay, those guys are good. Those guys will be very nice in a Thiel deck. You use Thiel first, draw a card, drop them, kill the enemy, go up a body. And I do like the potential that this guy has got, especially if you're getting him with with that other epic. You get him for 2 less cost. You drop him at 5 energy instead of 7. Some decent epics. Even though that's a dupe, I mean, the pull rates right now seem good. What will that portend? What will that portend within the event crates? I don't know. What will that portend in terms of my luck? Am I going to get something that we haven't seen? There's quite a few legendaries we have not seen. Am I going to get... Oh, Marius Gage is the 35. So now we've got 2 of the Warlords. 1, give +1/+1 to friendly Astartes. If you don't control any, draw a card for 1. So for 1 he draws a card, or for 1 he pumps. Wow. Wow, you're talking about these Astartes Casa Squad and those bikes, Scipio bikes. Well, those are bikes, I guess those won't count, but I mean, that's cool. This guy's a troop guy. Awesome. And I like this artwork here. You can make those 4/6s, 5/7s for 6 energy. Can't bounce them, and they're going to start hurting things. These guys can become, for 3 energy, could become a 4/4. That's not shabby. That's nothing to scoff at. And he doesn't require courage to use his ability. He's either getting a card or he's pumping a troop. It's as simple as that. For 1 energy. Alright, we've got what, like 2 more to go? Jeez. This one cost me, but you know what? Again, I'm going to be diving in deep and making goals back from the events, prepping up for the 3rd faction, whoever they are. We don't know yet. Should we find out any day? Alright, so this is it. This is it. What's it going to be? Is it going to be one we've seen? Is it going to be one we haven't seen? Captain Alceus. Okay, this guy is a decent 4-drop, and if you don't kill him, he can use his ability to give you troops. If you don't, you just pump him up. I mean, for 5 energy, I can make him a 5/6. I'm not going to complain about that. That's something to work with. It would have been nice to get Gilliman, but you know what? I've got 2 weeks to play the heck out of Calth Event. Let's see what we're getting here with the rewards. I like the Loyalist card back better. I'm sorry. This over here, I don't like that blue. I don't like the blue on the McCragg card back. That's just me. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's take a look. Let's take a look at. Did I get a card I didn't get? I must have. I must have gotten a card I didn't have. What was it? What was it? What was the new card? I Oh, well, let's take a. Oh, it's just. I see. I see. A short ball. That's what I got from my event. Right. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's see what Gilliman is. Gilliman, Reboot, Reckoning, of course. 2. Deal 2 damage to an enemy troop. If there are none in play, create a practical. Okay. So, which is interesting because what we're seeing here, we've got a 1 damage dealer, we've got a card drawer / pumper, so he's not going to be dealing any damage despite that plasma pistol in his hand. And then we've got Gilliman who's actually dealing damage, which is for a Primarch to deal 2 damage, that does not happen too often. If you take a look at the Primarchs, Horus draws a card, Angron has a higher attack, Fulgrim creates a card, Mortarion stuns a card, Perturabo has to siege a card, right? He has to deal damage, but he's 1 that deals damage and takes 2 turns to do. Alfarius draws a card, Night Haunter just reduces attack. Magnus can damage, so there's 2 that damage. Lorgar doesn't damage unless he reckons. Ferris doesn't damage. Vulcan doesn't damage. Korax damages, that's 3. Russ and Constantine don't damage directly. We have a damage ability, so he's a small minority here with being the fourth Primarch, and I'm not counting Mandragorax or Canis Vertex in that deals damage. And if he doesn't, because it's just to a troop, it's not going to do to your punch warlord, he's just given himself a practical. So that's cool. What's his reckoning? Let's go all the other. I'm not even going to look at these other Goldens just yet. We'll get there. His reckoning, -1 cost when a friendly troop dies during the enemy turn. You kill my sons, I'm getting mad. Drop a bunch of weenie guys for you to kill, and after you kill 8 of them, I'm in reckoning range, and then I become the avenging son, right? 2, draw a card, deal damage equal to its cost. That's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal. I mean, you're putting down bodies, right? You're putting down your cheapy bodies. So if you have a high 2, 3 cost, 4 cost deck, but for 2 deal 4 damage, for 2 deal 7 damage. Whoa. Now that's nice. It's a 1-time Pride of the Emperor, deal 7 damage or heal 7. Wow. That's hot to trot. That's one you want. That is hot. Destroy this guy is, we saw him in the reveals. Captain Corvo, rally, deal 3 damage to an enemy, heal 4 to your warlord, or give +2/+2 to a friendly troop. Wait. Is that 3? Is that 3 different things? Or is that deal 3 damage and heal 4 to your warlord, or just give +2/+2 to a friendly troop? I want to see how this guy works. Does he have the option to do 3 different things? Mantle of Ultramark, give your warlord relentless, give +1/+1 to adjacent troops. Wow. Okay, so very interesting stuff here. Man, and I did not get these guys. We'll see these guys through the course of the thing, I'm sure. Yeah. Wow. 5 damage and then 7 damage. Although they don't have a destroy a troop, do they? They don't have any hard destruction. They have a legendary that can destroy a random enemy troop on a courage. Frontline, create 2 Ultramarine starters in your hand and give them flank. Okay, it's got potential, but they don't have Apothecary. At the end of your turn, heal 2 to... That's nice. Deal 2 damage to an enemy or heal 2 to a friendly. So we've got some healing here, but we don't have any destruction. Wow. Okay, so a lot of healing, a lot of bodies, a lot of flexibility, 0 hard removal, which really, really makes the Miatis Cruiser so important, right? I mean, that's just going to make it so much more important. But interesting. Wow. Okay. I like their versatility. I really do. I like the option I've started out with. I was a little bit more limited, I think, in terms of lacking epics and whatnot for the word bear. So it was harder for me to get started, really. I've got some things to play with here. And I think we're going to see some interesting things here. All 3 of these warlords are very good warlords. No doubt. In different ways. Interesting. Man, that's all I can say. All right, well, I know you're diving into the game too. I'm sure everybody is. Check out the special offer if you want to pick up Thiel plus some gold. If you don't want to spend the gems, or you're new enough, you haven't the gems to buy to pick him up. I picked up his chat line already. He's in the shop. The serial bikes are in the shop, and I'll wait to see if I want to get this, because I think I'll probably just end up getting it through the event. If I'm, well, can't say that. I'll tell you what, the event drops were kind of crummy. Odds are the majority of the Ultramarine cards I'm going to get in the event are going to be common, maybe rare. If I get some 12 runs, maybe I'll get an epic. The event crate drops for these new factions are usually terrible, but that's the way it is, and you just pick up what you need through the shop. So, wow, I'm just looking to get into it, and yeah, that's very thought-provoking stuff. I really like I like the stuff that we've seen now. I saw some good stuff, some interesting stuff in terms of the spoilers, and individually okay, collectively very nice picture that's being painted here. Very powerful stuff, very flexible stuff, and some things, I think, can offer a lot of options on the fly that we aren't really even truly diving into yet and seeing. I mean, we can see the obvious, but how often are they going to happen? How is that going to shape the meta? How are Ultramarine decks going to make other decks? So many of these troop-based decks right now that are popping up are going to make Courage very easy to pull. Then does Courage then create more Courage decks, or what's the race? How does that work? Oh man, thoughts. I've got thoughts. All right, I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna be excited. I hope everybody else is excited. Good luck playing the event. Go out there, fight for Ultramar, or fight against Ultramar if you really just can't stand the loyalists. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't forget tonight, which is, less than 12 hours, so like 11.5 hours is Bar Night Legions. I'm going to be putting that up on Discord. I'll send out a Vox link for those who are up and ready. And Adam, we're just playing casual, chatting, drinking, and having a good time carousing. And hopefully there's enough people, someone will be declared the Meod Master. The Meod Master. Meod Meister. I always trip it up. I can type it. I can't say it. It's like a tongue twister. Alright, guys. That's it. I'm out of here. Keep playing Legions.
Alright, that wraps it up for me. If you liked what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe. Add any comments below. And if you think the video might be useful, or the series might be useful, feel free to share that with other players that you know as well. And we'll talk to you later.